Hello, my lovely grade 5. I'm Miss Nani, and I have summarized the concepts that we took this semester in a sheet which I will solve with you now. Okay, so let's start in the beginning. Here you have the percentage. The first concept I want you to know and to revise. The percentage on a number line. So if I gave you a number line like this and I told you what is the percentage here? What is the percentage here? So you will tell me the percentage is 0%. 0% because we are at 0. Okay. And if I told you from here, if we started from here to here, so to 0 0.1, which is equivalent to the fraction 1 out of 10, so our percentage is 10%. Okay, if I ask you if we moved from the first point until the seventh point, okay, and then I will go down from the seventh point, what will I get? I will get the 70%. The 70%. I will ask you, what is this percent called? You'll tell me 70%. Okay, if we go from the beginning until 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10, so this is what? This is 90%, which is equivalent also to 0.9 as fraction. If we moved from here until the end, until 1, so it is 100%. Okay? Okay. Let's go down and see the next concept I want you to know. And of course, I will need you to draw after me, which will be amazing, in your copybooks, in a paper, in anything, or you can print it out. Okay. This question that I want you to know how to measure the part of any time, of any hour in a day. So how many hours do we have per day? We have 24 hours per day. So in the brown part, he sleeps 5 out of 6 of the 24. So if I want to calculate it, I will multiply 5 out of 6 multiply 24. If I want to multiply the cat, I will multiply the 24 multiply what? Multiply 1 out of 2. Okay. If I want to know how many hours sleeping time of the elephant, I will multiply 24 multiply 1 out of 6. Okay. So if I want to know the sleeping time of the sloth, I will use multiplication of 24 multiply 5 out of 12, right? So like this. Okay, let's see the cat. 24 multiply half. How do I multiply a whole number by fraction? I multiply the numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. What's my numerator is 24. My numerator is 1. So my new numerator will be 24. Out of what? What's my denominator in the 24? 1. Any number, its denominator, any whole number, its denominator is 1. So I will multiply the 1. And what's my denominator here? It's 2. So 1 multiplied 2 is 2, which is 24 out of 2 is 12 hours per day. So you can solve them all, you can know the answer. And this is the concept of multiplying a whole number by a fraction, which is very important. Okay, let's go back to the next concept I want you to revise with me here. A unit fraction. Okay, who will tell me, my lovely grade 5 girls, who will tell me what is a unit fraction? I want you to think. Pause the video and write your answer first. Okay, so after you pause the video, what's the unit fraction? The unit fraction is the fraction that has numerator 1. So a unit fraction is a fraction with a numerator of 1. Unit fractions name one part of the whole. Give us an example. Like what? Like, let me write it like this better. Just a second. Okay, like here. 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 is a unit fraction. Okay, like what else? 1 out of 4. 1 out of 4 is a unit fraction. Like what else? Like 1 out of 20 is a unit fraction. Okay, so any fraction that has numerator equal 1, numerator equal 1, so it is called unit fraction. Okay, so we are revising concepts. Every concept I say is very, very important. Please write it down and solve it with me. Okay, this concept is the volume concept. The volume concept. What's the volume concept? It means that the volume of any shape equal length multiply width multiply height. The base area of any shape equal length multiply width, so the volume equal base area multiply height. So these are 3 rules, very important rules you have to know. Okay, that if the volume equal length multiply width multiply height, base area equal length multiply width, so volume equal base area multiply height. Substitute the values for length multiply width multiply height to get the volume of the prism. Here I have the prism, just a second. Okay, my lovely girls, so if I have this rectangular prism and I want to know the volume, here I have length multiply width multiply height. Okay, Miss Nani, where is the length, where is the width, where is the height? This is my length from, this is the beginning, so my L equal 10. Where is the width? This is the width. So my W is equal to 3 inch. Where is the height? The height is from here to here. So my H equal 4 inch. Okay, so if we used this to solve here, so I have my length equal 10, my width equal what? My width equal 3. My height equal what? My height equal 4. So I have 10 multiplied 3 multiplied 4. We can use 3 a commutative property of multiplication, and we multiply 3 multiply 4 equals 12, multiply 10 equal 120 cubic inch. Okay, 120 inches cubic inches, which is equal to, it's very important for you to know, 120, and you write the inches like this, IN or cm, centimeter, or any unit he gives you in the prism or anything. And when you multiply inch, you have only 1 inch. If I multiplied base area, what's the base area? If you see here, the answer is inch cubic. What is the meaning of cubic? It means that I multiplied 10 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch. So I multiplied 3 units, multiply each other. So I have cubic unit. Okay, if I have the base area here equal length multiply width, right? So the base area of this, what is your length, is 10. Multiply height, what's your height? My height is the base area length multiply width. What's your length? 10. What's your width? 3. So 10 multiplied 3 is 30. 30 what? 30 inch? No, because this is already an inch. This is inch and this is inch. 3 inch and 10 inch. So when I multiply 2 inches, 2 inches unit, it gives me inch square. Inch square. When I multiply 3 numbers, it's inch cube. It's inch cube. So here is square and here is cube because I multiplied length, multiplied width, multiplied height. Please draw this and answer after me. Okay, let's go, my lovely girls, to okay, when I ask you a question, count number of cubes in the top layer, then multiply by the total number of layers in the solid figure. So if I have number of cubes like this, I'll show you. So let me show you a very important concept that we took. When I have a unit, a cubic rectangular solid like this, how many layers does it have? It have the light blue, the red, and the dark blue layers. So I have 3 layers. The top layer has how many cubic units? 8. Let's count and see if I'm saying right or wrong. Let's use this color. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 cubes in every layer. And how many layers do I have? I have 3 layers. So if I want to know the volume, my volume is equal to length multiply width multiply height. What's my length? What's my length? This is my length. In every shape, the length is the longest measure. What is my width? So let me go right here, my length. What's my width? Let's go draw here. My width is what? Count. How many cubic units? 1, 2. So my width is 2. Okay. What's my length? My length is 4. What's my height? That's my height. My height is 3. Cubic units. So we multiply length 4. Let me write here. Yes, length 4. Width 2. Height 3. Length multiply width multiply. But when I ask you how many cubic units in the top layer, you count the number of cubic units and write for me 8 cubic units. I didn't ask about the volume. If I ask you about the volume, you will write volume equal length multiply width multiply height. So there is there is 2 rules here. First one, volume equal length multiply width multiply height. Second question, I will ask you what is the top layer cubic unit? What is the middle layer cubic unit? You write 8 or 8 or 8. Let's go back to the revision sheet. What's a rectangular prism? A rectangular prism is a solid figure with 6 rectangular faces. Circle the rectangular prism. This is triangular prism. This is sphere, and this is the rectangular prism. Okay, my lovely girls, let's go back, and I want to put this for you here. Okay, so if I took this, I put it for you. So you have to know that how many in the top layer when I ask you, you know it very well. You know it very well. Okay? So we will complete from here, my lovely girls. Okay. So as I told you, this is the rectangular prism. Okay, if I gave you this shape and I told you this is the base area equal 24 square inches and this is the height. So to find the volume, we will multiply what? Base area multiply height. This is the rule. Volume equal base area multiply height. Okay, so volume equal what? What is your base area? 24. What is the height? 6. So you will write 24 multiply 6. Okay. Is okay. And I want to ask you, what is your unit? It is 24 watt and 6 watt. Okay, 24 watt and 6 watt. So as I told you, it's here written 6 inch. So this is also 24 inch watt, inch square. Don't forget, because the base area is already square. Any area is squared. Any area is squared. So it's 24 inch square multiply 6 inch, which will be 144 inch cube. 144 inch cube. Okay. Okay, so let me write for you here inch cube and let's complete. This is also the same example as the same concept. You can find the volume of rectangular prism by multiplying the area of the base by the height of the prism. So this is the base area 36 and this is the height, which is 5. So your height is 5 and your base area is 36. So 36 multiply 5. What is the value of the base area B of the prism? The base area is 36. What is the value of the height? The height is 5. Find the volume of the prism in this problem, problem 2. So the formula, what's my formula? What's my concept? What's my rule? Volume equal base area multiply height. So it is 36 multiply 5, which is 180 cubic centimeters or 180 centimeter power 3, which is cubic 3. I multiply 2 centimeters multiply 1 by 1 centimeter, so we are adding them. When we multiply units, we add them as power. You will know it in grade 6, so this is very important to know. This centimeter cubic. And I hope not only we are answering in the exam, no, this revision to step up for grade 6. And I want you to write down by your hand the answers, not only on your laptop or tablets, please, because when you write it with your hand, you'll never forget it. Okay, and this concept also, he is telling me if I gave you so many cubes beside each other, let's count here how many cubes we have. Okay, so we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you have here the length also, of course, you have the length, you have the width, you have the height of each cube. You don't have all. So what you are going to do to get the volume, you are going to get the volume of one cube and multiply it by the whole number. To get the whole volume, what are you going to do? You are going to calculate the volume of one cube and multiply it by number of cubes. So what is the volume of one cube? The volume of one cube is length multiply width multiply height, which is 3 multiply 3 multiply 3. 3 multiply 3, 9 multiply 3 equals 27. 27. Okay, so this is the volume of one cube. I will multiply it by number of cubes. How many cubes do I have? I have 5 cubes. So 27 multiply 5 equals 135 what? Inch cube. Inch cube. Don't forget inch cube. So let me write it here, inch cube. Okay, and this is a very, very, very important concept. What is the reciprocal of a fraction? If you go to your FET app that I told you to use and play with it, so it's very helpful. Let's go and see what is the meaning of a reciprocal of any fraction. So this is called FET Interactive Simulations. Of course, you have the link and you have it. If you don't, I will send it again. Let's see if I have here 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 is a fraction. If I told you what is the reciprocal of 1 out of 3, if I ask you, okay, what is the reciprocal of 1 out of 3? The reciprocal of 1 out of 3 equals to 3 out of 1 equals to 3 out of 1. What did I do? I changed the numerator. I put it in the place of denominator. I changed the denominator. I put it in the place of numerator. That's the meaning of reciprocal. I put the numerator in the place of denominator and denominator place of numerator only. Okay, let me see another example. If I have 6, 3 out of 6, what is the reciprocal of 3 out of 6? The reciprocal of 3 out of 6 is 6 out of 3. 6 out of what? 6 out of 3. Okay. What is the reciprocal of 5 out of 8? The reciprocal of 5 out of 8 is 8 out of 5. 8 out of 5. Okay, so this is the reciprocal concept. Okay, you have to know this word very well and never forget it. The reciprocal. Okay, let's go back to our revision. Let me put this for you first in the revision also, so very important, very important. Okay, so my very important concept, which is called keep, change, flip. We solve it on keep, change, flip for weeks. So I'm sure that all of you know this concept. So my very important concept is what? Keep, change, flip, which all of you solve it on it. So if I have, when I use keep, change, flip, when I divide only, don't use it when you multiply. No, we use keep, change, flip when we divide only. So if you have 4 out of 5 multiply 20, don't come to me and use keep, change, flip. It's wrong. If I have 4 out of 5 multiply 20, my rule is to multiply numerator multiply numerator and denominator multiply denominator. But when I have division and fraction is involved, I use keep, change, flip. So let me write it. When I have division and fraction is involved. What's meaning of involved? When I have fraction. But if I don't have fraction, I have only division without fraction. So I don't use it. When I have multiplication and fraction, I don't use it. I have to have the both fraction and division. So here, do I have fraction and division? Yes. So I will use keep, change, flip. So I will keep the 4/5, change division to multiplication, and flip 20 out of 1 to 1 out of 20. Then when I have multiplication, I multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. I take 4 with the 20, it gives me 5. So it is 1 out of 5 multiply 1 out of 5 equal 1 out of 25. This is also about the keep, change, flip. 7 out of 9 divided 3. So do I have fraction? Yes. Do I have division? Yes. So I will use keep, change, flip. So I will keep 7 out of 9, change division to multiplication, and flip the 3 out of 1 to 1 out of 3. Then when I have multiplication, I don't use keep, change, flip. I multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, which is 7 multiply 1 equals 7, 9 multiply 3 equals 27. So we use keep, change, flip to rewrite as multiplication problem, then multiply straight across. This is also about keep, change, flip, but I don't have fraction in the first place. I have the fraction here I have the whole number in the beginning. So let's see how we are going to use keep, change, flip. So if 4 wholes are divided into pieces that are each 1 out of 6 of a whole, how many pieces are there? So I have 4 divided 6, and I use keep, change, flip. So what am I going to keep? I am going to keep the 4. I will change division to multiplication. I will flip the 6 to 6 out of 1, which is equal to 6. 4 multiply 6 equals 24. So if you have this 4 circles, and you cut it into 6 parts, so you will get 24 parts. Okay, the last concept I want you to remember is adding fractions with the same denominator. So if I have 2 out of 6 plus 1 out of 6, it will be 2 plus 1. We add numerators. If the denominators are the same, simply add the numerators. So it is 2 plus 1 out of 6, which is 3 out of 6. Okay. Of course, if I give you any fraction with the same denominator, you add the numerator. A unit cube is a cube that measures 1 unit on each edge. A cubic unit is volume of 1 unit cube. Volume number of cubic units needed to fill a solid figure without gaps or overlaps. How many unit cubes are used to build a figure? Here, this is 1 unit cube. How many cubes I will give you, or you will give your little sister to do this shape? So count 1, 2, 3, 4. You only see 4 in the upper part. How many layers? 2. So 4, 5, 6. There is another 2. I don't see 7, 8. So it is 8 unit cubes. Here, in this line plot drawing, I will ask you how many, if this is lengths, how many more students move a distance? How many students move? More than 4 and less than 7. So more than 4, don't count 4. Once I said more than 4, don't count in the 4. Don't count what is in the 4. No. When I tell you and less than what? Less than 7, 8. Okay, let's say less than 8. Don't count what is in 8. Don't count what is on 8. So I will count what? I will count what is after 4 and what's after 4? And before 8. So I will count. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is 8. So take care when I ask you, what is the question? Read the question very well. Answer it. Don't submit before you revise 1 and 2 and 3 times. You have 50 minutes in the exam. And of course, you will study this questions and this revision. Also, I want you to study the book pointers. Of course, I know all of you have it. So it's very important to study your book pointers. I will show them. I think the video will end, but I know you have your pointers. I will put it in the discussion room. So revise our sessions, revise our quizzes, revise every sheet we took. Okay, and good luck. Any question, I'm with you in the discussion room. I will try to show you now just a second. I will put the pointers also in the revision sheet, as you see here. Okay, so your pointers is very important also. All these pages and examples we solved before, so please don't forget to solve it. So thank you so much. Good luck.